Welcome to the Amy Learns to Cook kitchen. We have a special guest in the kitchen today. My brother Jeff is here, and we're gonna cook his world famous Noodle Surprise. Now he's been literally making this dish since we were what?
12.
I was like
8.
And he has made it constantly ever since. So join me. Let's make my brother Jeff's Noodle Surprise. So, cooks, this is my brother Jeff. He's here for the holidays, visiting us for Christmas. And I figured we should make his famous dish. So when we were kids, he made this dish that he called Noodle Surprise. What is Noodle Surprise?
Noodle Surprise is something that when you're 12, you decide, I want to cook something because no one's home, and that's what I want to do. So I'm just going to go in the cupboard, find what I can make, and make a dish. And I love pasta, so I just would grab anything that's in the fridge, cut it up, fry it up, put it with pasta, and there it was. Surprise, you got Noodle Surprise.
So he called it Noodle Surprise because when you eat it, you don't actually know what you're going to get, right? Because this is a budget-friendly dish that you can create any day of the week as long as you have pasta. You open up your refrigerator, you pull out what you have, you cook it up, and we're basically making embellished egg noodles if you used egg noodles, right? So that's what's great about this dish. So every time you eat it, it's a surprise, right?
And it's delicious.
And it's delicious. So let's get going with the recipe. Okay, so the first thing with Noodle Surprise is we need to choose our noodles. So what kind of noodle do you typically use with this recipe?
I use whatever's in the cupboard. Most of the time we got angel hair pasta. That's my go-to, but any noodle will work. You can use the short ribbony ones, the fettuccinis. That's what we're using today, I believe it's fettuccine. Yeah, we're using fettuccine.
Using linguine.
I just love angel hair, but anything works just fine, and that's what we use.
So whatever pasta you have in your cupboard, go ahead and grab it. You're going to throw this in a big pot of water with a little salt, maybe a little olive oil. Cook it to your package directions. We are doing that over there while we make the sauce, right? Yeah. So one of the things that Jeff did is he went in my refrigerator and he just started grabbing stuff. This is what makes this dish special, right? So in here we have what?
That's Jimmy Dean sausage.
Jimmy Dean sausage, right? He found a tube of sausage. So we are going to brown this up.
It was only a third of the tube, but it's the regular flavor. I don't really like the super spicy, so we're fortunate to get the regular flavor.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and
cook it up.
Turn our burner on here.
Got our fancy schmancy thing here.
We have our little meat chopper. So other things that he grabbed in here, we had some cauliflower. We have zucchini. We have peas, frozen peas. We have some mushrooms. So we have some carrot that we have left over from Christmas. We have some frozen broccoli, and we have some chicken. We made roasted chicken for Christmas, so we're going to add that. Whatever kind of meat you have. If you have, what'd you say, cooked pork chop that baby up and put it in there, right?
Yes. A lot of times we'll put in the imitation crab meat. Everybody tells me that's terrible for you, but I love it. I'll put in shrimp in there, but pretty much anything that's in the fridge.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and scramble this off until this is done, and we'll be back. Okay, so the sausage is looking pretty good, so what are we putting in next?
All right, what I try to do is put the things in that take the longest to cook. So if something's not cooked whatsoever, like this right here, we'll put in the cauliflower, so we're going to pour that in there, because that's going to take a little bit to cook up. And the zucchini, I'm going to put that there in just a minute. And then you kind of randomly put the things in according to cooking speed. Usually, I always use a Jimmy Dean sausage, pretty much because we always have some in the freezer, and it's got a great flavor to it, and people tend to like that. But when I put this in, I don't drain the meat, drain the oil or anything. We just put it in. I'm going to put a lid on this pot here in a second, and just let it simmer for a little bit.
So what about carrot?
These carrots are already cooked.
Okay, so since we use these for Christmas, and these are already cooked, we're going to put them in later. But probably carrot might be one of the things you're going to put in first, because these are already soft, right?
The lid.
Okay, so we put the lid on here so we can soften that cauliflower up a little bit. And when that happens, we'll be back. Okay, what do we have next, Jeff?
Oh, what we're going to do next, we're going to add seasonings. We're going to add the rest of the ingredients. So let's go ahead and do that. Make sure you have a lid because it keeps all the steam in and allows things to cook. These things all are going to cook about the same amount of speed. So I got the peas. We got onions. We love onions.
We love onions.
We got the zucchini. Now, when it comes to garlic, ignore all the recipe books. You just measure that stuff with your heart, throw it in, get a punch in there. A lot of times I'll get the big old tub from Costco, then you just scoop it out and pour it
he chopped up a frozen breakfast sausage because we had that in there.
The frozen patties, they have a little different flavor to them. Some shrooms. There you go.
We have the leftover cooked chicken.
That's all white meat. There you go.
Got carrot.
It's going to be a high quality product.
Wow, this is getting full here.
This is good. Good stuff here. Scrape it out. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go.
And we have the broccoli.
Chopping broccoli.
That was frozen broccoli, so it's not quite beautiful looking fresh broccoli, right?
We washed it. All right. That'll add a little water. Then I like Creole seasoning or Cajun seasoning, and this is really good stuff. You can put whatever seasonings you like in here. Again, measure. This is obviously not going to come out fast enough. Do not get crazy though.
So that already has salt, pepper, all that kind of stuff.
It's got everything. But you can add anything.
Yeah. So when you're using mixes like this, just be careful. Know how salty your mixes are. You can do that by literally just tasting it. And so we're going to be cooking up. Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
And butter. Butter is sometimes very good. I'm going to add a little butter here in a minute. Because everything tastes better with butter. Knife appears. There we go. Nice.
Definitely add the butter, right?
There we go. All right. I'm going to put the lid on this. We're going to let it sit. Let it simmer. Boom.
Okay, so the pasta's over there cooking. We have this cooking down. As soon as this is ready to come together, we'll be back. So it's smelling really good. Let's take a look at it real quick. How's it coming along?
It is coming along beautifully. We're about halfway done, I think. I'm looking at the stuff here and it's looking like it's, just like you regularly cook something, make sure it's soft enough to bite into and that kind of thing. And the noodles should be ready by the time this is done. And also you want the onions to kind of get clear. And they're starting to get clear.
So this would be a really fun cook for you and your kids, because you can tell your kids, let's make Noodle Surprise. Go to the refrigerator and pick out what you want to put in our dish. And they can go in there and grab stuff and add that to the pot. It's also a great way to get some veggies in them, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you can dress it up. You can make this vegetarian, vegan. You can put all the meat you want in there and whatever kind of flavors you want. So we're halfway there. So as soon as this is done, we'll be back. Okay, so everything is done and we're gonna go ahead and combine everything in this pasta bowl. So here's our pasta. So you wanna go ahead and dump it in the pasta pot?
In the big bowl. Now normally I would just do it in this big pot. But since Amy has this awesome
Because I always have to be extra.
She's got the bestest. Okay, scrape that out of there, please. Gracias. That's good. You got it. Boom. Then we take this.
And then we have our big.
Now you want to make sure when you drain this that there's not too much water in there. In this particular case, there is not. So we're going to take and we're going to drain it.
Pot of goodness.
Try not to spill. And here we go. Oh.
Chef Jeff.
I feel deliciousness in our future. Here you go. And you just kind of stir it up a little bit.
Do you need tongs or anything?
I usually serve it with tongs. That way you can get out the parts you like, and if you don't like a particular item in there, just skip it.
Looks good.
Mm-hmm. So let's grab some plates. Okay, Jeff, so let's serve this up and let's have us a little noodle surprise, right?
Make it happen.
So what kind of variations do you make on this dish?
Well, like I said before, I like to put shrimp in here, and I like the imitation crab meat. But pretty much anything. A lot of times the big, like your kielbasa sausages are great. Ham is really good in here. It's got a lot of flavor to it. But as you said, pretty much anything in the fridge, any vegetables you like, if you like a particular thing, put it in there. Make it happen.
So you would make this when you were in the military overseas, right?
Yes, I spent a year in Korea when I was in the Air Force, and I would make this much of it. I would put it in about 9 different containers, shove them in the fridge, have one that night, and then anytime if I was hungry, I'd go get one, or if someone came over, I would just put it in a frying pan, refry it back up, and it was always a hit with people.
Yeah, so if you want to make food for the week, if you want something budget friendly, if you want to do a fridge clean out, right, this is a perfect recipe for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and make one more plate.
Bada bing, a bada boom.
You ever put tomato in it?
Yes, actually I do put tomatoes. I don't know why I didn't think of that tonight.
So you can put chopped tomato?
Yes, chopped tomato. I'm trying to think some other vegetables we put in there.
You just don't put sauce in it, like no
Yeah.
No sauce. Butter is pretty much the only sauce. Sometimes I put different spices in there. Barbecue, if you got anything barbecued in there, like barbecue meat, it adds a special texture and a flavor to it that you don't normally get, which is really good. Hand me a fork. Oh, here's a fork for you.
Okay, let's dig in.
Take a taste.
I do remember this from when I was a kid. It's like Jeff's making Noodle Surprise again.
I'm 12, you're 8. Here we go.
And I think all his kids. How many times has your kids had this?
Every one of the kids knows about it. Some are bigger fans than others. As good as always.
Surprise.
I want to say this has been a joy hanging out with my sister here for a few days. This has
Thanks
been awesome.
for coming for Christmas.
It's amazing. I know we get to film stuff, have a good time.
Yeah,
Had a
and we
great
get
meal
good
for
food,
Christmas.
right?
Yeah,
Awesome.
We've seen the town. That's been fun. Got some projects done. Hanging out with Eric.
Yep. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for the Noodle Surprise. And I hope you enjoy this recipe. There really isn't a recipe for this. This is a fridge clean out meal. So whatever you got, throw it in there and you'll have a delicious meal. Thanks for joining us. And we got to go finish dinner.
It's a wrap.